Hey there, YouTube, it's Lola again. I just thought I'd do a video called Tips for Transitioning. Just tips that I've picked up, as well as one tip that I personally have found has been useful for me that I just use. So, 4 general tips and then 1 from me. So, the first is research. Research. Read up about what the transition involves. Read about what people do once their hair is natural, what kind of things they have to do, like co-washing more often, that kind of thing. Read up. So go on Long Hair Care Forum, Black Hair Media, the forums. Go on Fosky.com for other ladies who transitioned or who are transitioning and what's working for their hair. Go on, Hair Lisa, Keep It Simple Sister, other, hair care websites and online communities, so that you can get some backup as well as information. And of course, important is to print off some of that information for yourself, so you have a kind of little journal or like a little folder, so that you can always refer to it. 2 is linked to the first one, inspiration. So other ladies who transition, natural ladies, the styles they're doing, not just people with your type of hair, but all kind of naturals. People who are still transitioning, what's working for them, especially things like going on Fosky and going on the hair care forums where they do threads, where they show their progress, show how far they are, show when they fix chops. It really helps, to have, if you need pictures of the consent of the picture owners, or if you're on Fosky.com, you can favorite these pictures, and therefore you have like an album online which you can always refer to. So it's good for you, because it will keep you going when you're feeling down about your hair and you just, wrapping it up and covering it or something, and then you feel like, it's been a long week of not seeing my hair and I don't feel like my hair is doing very much. Just look at these pictures and think of other styles that will inspire you to keep going and inspire you to change up things. So, inspiration. Number 3 is moisture. Hair in general needs moisture, but when you're transitioning, your new growth will need more moisture than your relaxer previously did, and it'll need a different kind of moisture. Like people will find things like cream-based and butter-based moisturizers are better for them. For instance, now that I think I'm now 11 months post. Since I've been 10 months post, actually, I tried out my sample size of Elastic Mango Butter again, and I found that was really good for when I do flat twists along the front of my hair. It gives it definition, and the definition stays to the waves. It stays, even if I only put it in just before I go to bed, or even if I'm just lounging around the house for 5 hours. And then when I take it out, the texture stays, and it helps to blend in with this a lot easier. So you find out the kind of regular moisturizers you need, not by buying a new bottle of each thing you see on YouTube or on Fosky, but buying a sample size, as my other video shows, and trying that out. So I have a sample size of the Elastic Mango Butter. I tried it out for a week plus, I think about 2 weeks. But once I was convinced that it was really doing what I thought it was doing, I then went out and bought the bigger bottles. So moisturizing regularly, moisturizing and sealing, finding out what kind of moisturizers you now need, and then deep condition. Deep condition at least once a week, because this will really kind of give your hair a great big moisture boost if you haven't been able to condition as regularly during the week. And even if you have, it gives it a further moisture boost than you would otherwise have if you just went by moisturizing daily with a spritz and something else. It has more body and more moisture to go through the next week. So definitely deep conditioning is a must. And 4 is low manipulation in 3 ways. Low manipulation styles, low manipulation what kind of combs to use, and how to handle your hair when you are manipulating it. So 1, styles, braid outs, twist outs, curly sets, roller sets, bantu knot outs. The little straw sets, twists and braids, weaves, and half waves, wigs. Styles that don't involve you tugging and pulling and combing your hair every day are good. Leave your hair to just be. That way you can detangle your hair once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, once in between each, weave or braid set, just as needed, rather than trying to comb and get a new style out of your hair every day, because that will get you frustrated. So let your hair do what it will by not manipulating it too much. Tools. So the tools are a wide tooth comb or seamless comb, or a detangler brush like the Denman or other Denman inspired brushes, because those will help glide through your hair. If you use a fine tooth comb, you'll get breakage. You'll just break through your hair because your hair is too thick for that. So a wide tooth comb, which will only catch the shed hairs. And finally, do not comb your hair when it is dry. Have some sort of moisture either when it's damp, or have some conditioner in it, or after having washed it when it's wet or under the shower. Do not comb your hair when it's dry. It will break. Okay? Your hair is thick. When it gets dry, it gets set in whatever curl pattern it is, and the curls are going next to each other, and you try to comb through it, and you have that demarcation line, it will break your hair. I wouldn't say to comb your hair when it's completely dripping wet, because your hair is very fragile when it's really wet as well. But when it is got conditioner, something to add slip to it, or detangling that you find works for you, like people would mention things like Lastio, mane and tail detangler, Wanaki detangler. I use the organic leave-in liquid mayo, which is also a protein treatment, but it's really good for detangling. Find what works for you. Use the sample sizes first, or the smaller sizes first, and then try it out. If it works, stick with it. And finally is protein treatment. This is what I found helps for me. So either I used to do like a light protein treatment every week, and if my hair was loose and I was like bunning it still or doing twist outs and braid out once a week or something, I would still be doing a light protein treatment every week, because I find that strengthens the demarcation area. I found this worked while transitioning to Texlax hair, where I was able to keep a lot of my length in the grown, straight, relaxed ends. So I used things like the Joico K-Pack Daily Reconstructor. I've also used the 2-minute keratin by Apogee. But yeah, you can use as simple as adding an egg to your regular instant conditioner or to your deep conditioner. Just add an egg to it or two, depending on how long your hair is, and that works. Rinse it out. Then follow with shampoo or some way of clarifying whatever is extra on the hair, and then moisturize, with a deep conditioning moisturizer for a few minutes. I usually start on dry hair. I'll put the protein treatment into my hair while it's dry, leave it in for a bit, or steam or whatever, but probably I'll just leave it in for an hour, and then I rinse it out and co-wash, instead of doing another deep conditioning under a steamer or something. I just co-wash, and I'm good. So yeah, these are what I found has helped. Research, have some hair inspiration at your fingertips, keep up the moisture in your hair and your new growth as well as your relaxed ends, low manipulation styles and low manipulation techniques, and using protein treatment. So I hope these tips help, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.